Hello, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is a reading for the collective for probably the next 3 to 4 days. It's a very general reading. Take what resonates. I'm not looking at an individual story. I'm just looking at collective energy. Obviously, I haven't been posting a great deal because I've been really focused on getting my Patreon channel up and running and producing the content that I've committed to in line with the tiers. So there are 2 tiers if you want to go over and have a look. The basic tier is my Holly Blues, which is £7 a month or $10. And with that, you get access to all signs, so 12 monthly readings. So all the June readings are there, all the July readings are there. They won't all be up on YouTube, maybe half roughly. Every week, Monday, Tuesday, I do a reading for every sign. On a Sunday, I do a collective reading. So that's all for the Holly Blues. And for my Monarchs, they additionally receive full moon readings, new moon readings. They also get put into a draw each month to receive a free Reiki session and a free reading every month. Now, there's only 2 Monarchs at the moment because I did ask everyone initially to join at the Holly Blue level just to make sure that I can keep up with the content, which I'm managing to do, which is great. So anywho, this is for you guys who, you know, I understand if you don't want to, you know, commit to that sort of payment, but with Patreon, you're not like tied in. You pay on the 1st of the month, and if you want to cancel at the very end of the month, you don't need to pay the next month. So there's no contract as such, but just bear in mind you do pay on the 1st of the month regardless as to when you join. Anything else? What I will do from my channel is take off monetization. Honestly, it's for what I gain in terms of income. It's practically nothing. So I might just make the YouTube readings in general a bit more pleasant, thank you darling, to listen to, because you don't have adverts to go through. So let's just start. As I say, it is very general. I've got some oracle cards here. Firstly, you have got trust your innocence and you have got freedom. Basically, trust your innocence is a card of truth. Really, this is understanding the truth in your heart, with regardless as to what information comes your way. It's knowing the difference between your intuition and paranoia. But yeah, in your heart, you know the answers, and you may want to be more truthful. You may want to be more open. But what I'm really feeling is with this combination is there's a certain amount of freedom comes from knowing your own truth. So you don't necessarily, you will hear a great deal obviously in the media and maybe, you know, from higher powers here with the Emperor being in reverse. And but specifically relating to the shaman, this can be from the medical profession, it can be from politicians, from teachers. The shaman archetype, you know, basically covers everything from students to, you know, CEOs. So it's a case of there's a certain amount of freedom comes from understanding your truth, and the sword is in reverse. So there's some lies here. It's a dull blade. There's mistruths, there's misinformation, and there's, like, you know, secret betrayals here. There's secret infidelities, there's secret backstabbing, because the sword in reverse is a card of backstabbing. So there is 10 of Swords coming up twice here. There is most definitely betrayal in this reading, possibly a backstabbing, maybe from a boss, maybe from a father, or, you know, an authority figure, or maybe just feeling betrayed by, you know, the government in general. So but there's freedom here. Ultimately there's freedom, and the freedom comes from knowing your own truth and not being swayed, you know, or flummoxed by the information that you receive in the media. So we've got, for some of you, this will be a work-related situation, because I have got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse here with the Moon in reverse. And the Moon in reverse is coming out of a period of confusion, no longer being afraid, starting to see things a bit clearer, most certainly with the 7 of Cups being in reverse at the base of the deck here. But the Moon in Lenormand is well, it's about recognition and understanding. It's also about job offers, and I think for some this week relates to a job offer of some sort, because the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, this is my Mythic Tarot, and in its upright there is a difficult work decision to be made here, and this really feels to me about not taking the bait, whatever that may be for you. Because if he were to take this offer, he is betraying his mentor, and the mentor may be the Emperor in reverse at the base of the deck here. But if he doesn't take the offer, in some way his life is stagnated. He's not able to move. But I think with the letter here, there's something possibly specifically to do with a contract or a job offer that someone is getting really clear on. The King of Wands, he's like my main character. I do have a Knight of Pentacles as well. Now he can be like, you know, the husband. I'm sort of feeling like I'm sort of seeing him as a kind of branch manager. The King of Wands is usually the really fun boss, you know, he's super charming. He brings in buns. He organises team nights out. He's the guy that everyone wants to work for, you know. He's very, very capable. He's fun boss. And he does come through with the home here. So he can just be like a husband, someone who's working from home. He can be a landlord, a property owner, or he's just a family man. He's a family man. And there's news here, I think, that this man is being betrayed, or he is... I don't think he's like betrayed anyone. I feel this is coming from the Emperor at the base of the deck here. The reason for that, and as I say, this can be like, you know, your HR department. This is, you know, the business owner, any sort of authority figure, father, grandfather. I'm sort of seeing it as, you know, like big business, let's say. And this Emperor in reverse really doesn't know what they're doing. He's in reverse. He's a dilettante. And he's a storyteller. So it's literally someone who's talking absolute nonsense, who doesn't actually understand what they're doing on the job. This is someone who can make up tales to harm someone. And we do have 2 Ten of Swords here, and a suggestion of betrayal and misdirection and misinformation. And he's also a dilettante, so he's superficial. This is someone who doesn't have the knowledge that they need to possess in order to do the job that they're, you know, paid to do, basically. It's someone who doesn't finish the job properly. I just feel there's a lot of, you know, from one day to the next, you're getting a different story from this chap, whoever this chap or this, you know, government or this, you know, business owner may be. And someone is realizing that it is an absolute nonsense, and there's a certain amount of rage comes through, I would say, with the King of Wands, because he's a destroyer. Now, you may have just like, you know, there's been news here of an ending. There's been news of a betrayal. It's created some sort of, you know, stramash. But this is something that needs to be destroyed, quite frankly, although we do have a mediator. So either he's coming in as a mediator after some sort of destruction or, you know, crumbling, exposure even, or he's, you know, destroyed it himself, and now he needs to get back into, you know, have a sit down conversation and try and get things back on track. I am getting, as much as this King of Wands is coming through, it's really positive to me, and I think the issue is the Emperor. So he's like the, you know, as I say, he could be the branch manager, and this is the next level up, you know. This is the area manager and the branch manager. And there's news, there's most definitely news and communication that is draining someone, because they're constantly getting different jobs to do. You know, what it's feeling like is one day you get the email where you to tell your employee or your, you know, your branch staff, for example, that this is their target and this is what they need to achieve. So everything changes, and then the next day you get something else that they need to do, which is contrary to what they asked you to do the day before. And this is someone who's, you know, maybe just this is someone who's just had enough and literally might just leave a job, because you have got the Death card and the Magician. So the action that's been taken, if you like, and he's pointing up to the Death card. There's some sort of maybe a new job offer here for someone. There may be an apology that needs to be made, but the Death, what's ending, coffin confirming Death card, is possibly someone's job, but what's also ending is stability and stagnation. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is exiting the reading here, and he has the key, so he has some sort of answers. And again, the Knight of Pentacles to me is work. It's it's someone who's very loyal to their job, is someone who works very hard. He has some answers here, and it is around whatever this Ten of Swords is. This is what the news has come through, that there's been an ending, that there's been a betrayal. He now understands that, and he's the Knight of Wands in reverse. Actually, what he's doing is, he's not dealing with irresponsible people. He's not dealing with dilettantes and storytellers. He's not dealing with people who, don't commit to the job, because the Knight of Pentacles is the most committed knight in the deck. He gets the job done, he does the job properly, he doesn't miss anything, and he may be dealing with people who have this kind of nature, irresponsible, rash, impulsive, destroyer type energy. And his answer when he gets it might even be some sort of resolution here, is to probably move on, take something else. He's making a decision here. Now, normally with the fox, I would see the fox as some sort of trap, so that's something to be aware of, because someone is like leaving the Ten of Swords and maybe heading straight into another Ten of Swords. But actually, I see this as someone who's looking after number one, whereas they may have been, you know, someone who was very caring and looking after their employees and trying to do the right thing and putting in the hours. Whatever is going on here, whoever they're employed by or dealing with, they've reached a stage where it's just they have to look after themselves. They are, with the Two of Swords being in reverse, prepared to look at something they haven't been before. There's no avoiding this anymore. There's no, what they're looking at is also some sort of, you know, slyness, craftiness, backstabbing, selfishness. So yeah, ultimately for the next few days, there is going to be, people are going to get a lot clearer in terms of maybe specifically being betrayed or just misinformation and, you know, secrets. Even if the secrets aren't being revealed, and I'm not necessarily saying there's like a big revelation here, because the snake in the book is not suggesting that the secret, the mystery is going to be unlocked. Quite the opposite. The snake is most likely to wrap around the book. Now this can also speak of the occult, yeah, just saying. There is freedom here, and the freedom in the dragonfly is knowing your own truth, basically being liberated from lies from whomever is, you know, the liar. And I would suggest it's the Emperor in reverse with his storytelling and dilettante ways. So let's just take your advice for the next we'll say 3 to 4 days. I don't know how many readings I'll get done, but we'll see. Advice for the collective for the next 3 to 4 days for this reading. Let's see what other one. There's the snake. You need to shed the snake. It is about shedding your own skin, obviously. It was, yeah. The sage was there as well. But there is a snake here. There is some sort of lie. There has been some backstabbing here. And that's what needs to be shed. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex, I don't have any plasters.
I use the spray.
Use the spray, good. Take that cotton wool. Okay. Okay, just bag it on. I'll be there in a sec. Sorry. Gosh, talking about doctrines, come in my big bloody knee. Snake. Oh, stay at the end. There we go. Someone here is a snake. Cast off the old, reveal your true colours, talents and gifts to the world. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognised or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognised, and now the external world will begin to reflect all the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, you will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognise your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. But it's also, you know, removing yourself from venomous, you know, backstabbing, lying people, if that is relevant to your story. Okay guys, I hope you find that useful, and I hope to talk to you soon. Go and have a look over at my Patreon channel, and I hope you'll be able to support me there. All right, bye.